check. Hey. The views and opinions expressed in this program do not reflect the views and opinions of Lemonadio, the Parlour, or our affiliates. Please direct all complaints or concerns to info@13folds.com. Northeast Alternatives presents 13 Folds Live on Lemonadio.com. Sponsored by Vape City, Turptown Throwdown, Wonderland Smoke Shop, and Northeast Alternatives, the most awarded dispensary in New England. Featuring Dave Death, Chris Hansen, Eddie Bills, with special guest Vudu Sister. And now, here's
to you, buddy.
David and Chris.
Welcome to 13 Folds Live on Lemonadio.com at the Parlour.
At the Parlour.
Oh, yeah.
The Parlour.
This place has been hopping all week. It has been insane.
It's been crazy.
It has been insane. Like since last Tuesday night, I think every night here has been packed. Yeah,
that
and
Monday.
even that Monday it was packed and this Monday. And now here we are. We've gone full circle. You did the vinyl release party here.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful show, man. That was awesome.
It was pretty wild, I have to say.
It reminded me of the old days where it's shoulder to shoulder in a club, and
It was literally the old days because
It was.
everybody here was basically, it was like
From
a
the-
dropout night. It was like an old night at the living room or the Met or, like the old Met somewhere. It was insane.
it was a really great
It was definitely
community vibe. Like
if it would have were a few months earlier, it would have been a super spreader event. It was crazy. It was wall to wall people. It was fun.
no, it did. It reminded me of the old days, and it was awesome. The community came out in force. Everybody was
Sure, because we were also celebrating birthdays. It was
Yeah,
my wife's birthday, and it was
Nick's
Nick Innan's birthday. And
My daughter's birthday
dude,
that
it was
day, too, man.
Shannon Perini's birthday.
Yeah,
So many people, actually.
it was awesome,
and
and
everybody came out in droves.
and just so much hugging.
It was
nonstop hugging.
I
You
said
couldn't-
earlier, it was like walking through an orgy. It was crazy. There was a lot of love in the room.
There was
and
an awful lot of love in that.
we kind of
yeah.
upped the cover charge because there were 4 bands to pay for, and
Yeah.
nobody balked at all.
No.
It was great.
Well, the bands were all phenomenal. Every single band kicked ass that night.
They really did, and our drummer was in 2 other bands.
What did he get, a 45-minute break between the
Yeah,
first set and
yeah.
the third set, and that was
Poor
it?
guy was here the next night in 2 other bands,
In 2 other bands?
or at least one. I can't even remember. It's just been a blur.
He's the hardest working fucking drummer I know.
He was. I think he's going to be taking a break
Yeah, he needs
for
one.
a little while.
He needs
Yeah.
one. A lot of us need a break, so
Well, I can't afford one.
I know
you
that's the way I feel. I need a
Can't
break.
afford one. You know what? The only bummer I would say about that show, besides the sound, Brian. No.
No, I heard he did really good. People said it sounded. I wasn't here Saturday. People said it sounded incredible.
Yeah, and when we got off, he was better, I guess.
Well, you had to work out some.
I was so no, dude. You know what? My bass player and George and Ian were really loud on stage, and that's probably what really choked out our vocals the most for us. But
Yeah,
I
but
couldn't.
Tara fucking killed it, man.
She
She
did.
sounded phenomenal.
Dude,
that
we
night.
we couldn't get to our records. We couldn't man the table. There were just too many people here. So
It was insane. We had a line of people out just waiting to get
Yeah.
in. As people left, more people filtered in.
it was pretty wild.
Nonstop wildness. I had a blast.
You should ask me for some pointers for your next show.
Dude, I'm not doing any more shows. I'm just gonna fucking have you do the show, and I'm
That's
just
fine.
gonna. You
That's
make
fine.
the lineup, buddy.
I will.
I mean, shit. I've been trying to get Ravi Shavi to do stuff for fucking years.
I've always
finally.
said yes to so many bills. I think for the last, I want to say 10 years, I was just on autopilot, pretty hammered. And yeah, I'll do that. now it's like I'm back to kind of curating, which is fun.
No, that I mean
Kind
that lineup.
more soberish, you know. So
That was a great lineup. Everybody came out to support. All the bands killed it. We had a casino night before the show.
did you really?
Yeah.
Were you guys gambling and?
Yeah, we had tables show up. We set up like gambling tables and everything. It was a friend of mine's event, but I helped her put it all together. And
Was
and
it like
Eddie did the
was it,
sound and DJ'd.
Was
We had
it
a good
illegal?
time.
Was it good?
I don't even know. Like,
I don't
oh
even
no,
know.
it was a good time, but I don't know the
The
legality. I don't know. We did
Who
it.
cares? Who cares?
You're gonna stop us now? It's done.
Done.
Better to ask forgiveness than
Yeah.
permission sometimes.
What do you feel like a W-2 when you win?
No, I think it was like a ticketed event, and then we gave people fake chips at the door, and then if you were leaving with a good amount of chips, you got some prizes. But I don't think it was like dollar for dollar gambling.
Yeah, it
you
wasn't
know what I
like that. They had a bunch of fake money.
Did you have the free booze?
No. But we were pumping oxygen into
I had the
room.
free water. It was good. They put lemon in it.
Awesome.
Which is never safe at a cannabis event.
Yeah.
A lot of bics going off.
I thought you were talking about going overseas and going to fight this week.
In
I'm glad
Ukraine?
you stayed. Yeah, I'm glad you stayed.
Yeah, no, it was a good decision that I stayed.
Well, you're getting.
I didn't want to
older.
miss the show.
You're getting older.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss the show. You know,
I mean, how many more people have to die, Dave,
for me to miss the show, I don't know, another 100,000 maybe.
for you to be
Then I'll-
satisfied? You sicko. I know. Where is that coming from? Sometimes I just like to turn that left corner and
See,
just
and
keep going.
This is why we stopped making notes. Show notes are for suckers. We
Yeah,
talk
so-
about real issues on this show, real feelings.
Yeah. No, we totally support Ukraine, don't we?
Yes.
We do.
It's all about
Get
gas.
off my
Dude, it's all
fucking
about
porch.
gas.
Yeah,
It's all about gas.
It's about a lot of
resources.
things, I'm sure.
So,
It's like a little cluster of things.
you know what they need is
And it's
legal
about them.
cannabis in the Ukraine. If they had legal cannabis,
They don't.
No,
Come
they
on.
don't. They need legal
They're
cannabis
pretty
in the
forward
Ukraine.
thinking. They don't smoke
You know,
grass.
Don't drop bombs. Fucking smoke bongs. That should be their motto.
Yeah.
No
I think
bombs, just bongs.
Everybody should go back to their bongs and their bars and,
Be a
and
lot
whatever.
more love and peace and harmony in the world.
Well, in Ukraine, maybe Freebird. Thank you for that. I'm totally gonna write a Freebird song,
About the Ukraine?
just about whatever.
About
you know?
whatever, all right.
Yeah. So when people yell that out, I can say, "Hey, all right, this is called Freebird."
So before we get too far into this, let's remember to thank our sponsors, Northeast Alternatives,
They have the dope. The dope.
Wonderland Smoke Shop,
They've got the
Turptown
pipes and such for your
bongs and-
tobacco needs.
Smoking Accessories. Turptown Throwdown, thank you guys for supporting us. And thank you to Vape City and all of you guys out there listening and watching. And Gregory here at the Parlour for letting
Yeah.
us do this shit and letting us keep doing this
Dude,
shit.
if I
He
ever-
doesn't come anymore, though.
No, he
like,
doesn't
I-
like me. If I went into a bong store or whatever, a pipe store today, and they tried to play that tobacco thing with me, I'd just leave.
Oh, this is only for smoking tobacco.
You ever go into
yeah,
a
you
place
used to
like
have
that
to
where
do that.
where they were like rude like that?
Well, they had
Dude,
to.
this is for tobacco.
They had to say that
Really?
for legal purposes because they didn't have a disclaimer.
Because people were in there looking at them. You know, like
I have a friend
the man
who
was watching.
I have a friend who only smokes tobacco, and I feel like I'm at one of those stores when I hang out with him because he always makes a point to say it. If I'm like,
This
"Oh,
is
nice
just for
piece, you got some
tobacco."
nice glass, man." He's
Well,
like,
I only
"Yeah,
smoke
it's just for
tobacco."
tobacco." I'm like, "Yeah, I wasn't really questioning that."
Yeah.
Jeez,
Well,
man.
can I put some weed in it? No.
No.
Only for tobacco.
Well, what's the most like serious weed paranoid person you've ever met? Like, I knew a person who like his girlfriend was so paranoid about weed that if I like hit a joint and then reached in a bag of chips, she couldn't have any more of those chips because there might be weed in
I've
the
never
chips.
known anybody that.
It might
Oh,
get might
God.
get her high.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met a lot of people who smoked and got paranoid as shit. But
I
they
would
were-
kill for that girl's imagination.
Yes.
Oh man.
My little brother turned into that, man. He used to love smoking weed. We used to smoke weed all the time. And then like, I went and visited him. He's like, dude, you can't do that here. I'm like, what do you mean? It's not legal here. This isn't Rhode Island. I'm like, it's not legal in Rhode Island either, really. without a card. Said, but this is a live free or die state.
It's
It's New
decriminalized.
Hampshire. If it's live free or die,
Yeah, New Hampshire.
I choose to live
not,
free.
Not so cool.
yeah. If I can't smoke weed, then kill me because this ain't living free.
You can do whatever you want, just don't get caught.
Yeah, that's a good point, valid point.
Yeah,
Very valid.
That's
point.
how I roll.
So what else? Do you know what else is going on this week? Isn't Dan Rourke doing his thing Thursday this week?
I think this is discotheque this week.
Yeah, discotheque this Thursday. I saw Dan yesterday. I haven't seen him in forever.
I know Rob, Do Wrong, Do Right, Do Gay is at the Pump House. He's got 4 bands playing.
Nice. What day's that?
Friday.
Friday. And then we have Stevie D back doing his
Wednesday.
open mic on
Tomorrow,
Wednesday.
baby.
here.
Tomorrow.
Steve Donovan.
Also, we got
7:30 signups for open mic.
And we also got Funk Night going down at Askew tomorrow night. So those guys usually don't
Baby
even start
Morrison.
playing till like 10. They're supposed to start at like 9, but they never show up till like 10.
Oh, the funk band?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like that here.
They're like that everywhere, dude.
Yeah. But
Did you-
they rule.
Did you know there's a trivia night here now?
Oh, no, when?
I think we missed it. It was last Thursday.
Ah.
I'm just noticing that.
Is it like an early kind of?
It says Mr. Gigawatt's Trivia. Yeah, 6 p.m. game time.
That's cool.
Free to play. Must be the first Thursday of the month. Maybe that's a new thing.
Do you like trivia?
I do kind of.
I smoke way too much to remember anything.
Yeah, I don't remember anything. I remember
I'll chill
pieces
for
of
like
it.
3 hours of trivia and I'll know like 2 answers and I'll be like, yeah.
I'm good for like multiple choice type of trivia. Give me an A, B, or C, and I'll nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you? Were you like one of those just circle anything in school?
No, but it's like if I can read the different options, it'll trigger my memory. But if I just got to remember like straight up, no, I'm fucking doomed. I can't do any of that. So yeah, I'm a multiple choice type of guy.
All right.
So who do we got on the show tonight? We got Vudu Sister.
Vudu Sister.
And they're going to play some music for you, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to shoot the shit and see how crazy we can make it tonight. But until then, let's let these guys play some music. You listen to the 13 Folds live at the Parlour on Lemonadio.com.
Well, I traveled miles from here. I traveled so many miles on dead-end roads to meet you on those city streets. How's the buffalo winter finally got you down? Everyone's ugly in my hometown, and the girls of the night, they just beg for abuse. I feel that useless feeling. It's the year that I know when I can't have a taste. I can see Niagara Falls from here, and I don't want to hear about Buffalo now. Violent winds are blowing in. It's a massacre just to feel its breeze. The only thing that's real to me is the soothing sound of somebody breaking down. And if there's danger on the road, no one talks to me if I'm strange enough. I know I traveled so many miles on dead-end roads to meet you on those city streets. As the buffalo winter finally got you down.
Woo!
Thank you. Okay. All right, now I'm going to welcome Miss Angela Begaitis. This next song is called Maladaptive. Her beauty is gone when taken by aging endeavors. She's got circumstantial subjects to make her feel better, but she's a flower underneath. If it hurts yourself, it's 'cause you know they still all believe in you. There's a perfect lie that you know that you can be taught at school to learn to be quick without conscience. On the contrary, I won't subscribe to your fiction. And I won't follow the rules. If it hurts yourself, it's 'cause you know they still all believe in you. There's a perfect time for anyone to commit suicide. And the mark of pride she bore once is now turned against her. She's got nothing to shame, nothing to hang her own head with. It's a harrowing carousel disease. If it hurts herself, it's 'cause she knows they'll soon all be leaving her. And in her mind, she thinks they're leaving on Halloween. The world of the living's a prison. In a black disguise, she greets all her guests with that smile of hers that takes the shallow hearts of thieves. If it hurts yourself, it's 'cause you know they still all believe in you. There's a perfect time for anyone to commit suicide. Thank you. This next song is called White Satin Evening Gown. myself a new gold band. Got myself a diamond ring. I got myself a wedding dress, and it fits like a brand new thing. Laid up on the midnight grass, who's gonna pay the price to play? I only had to take his hand. No one is gonna touch my skin. Just wanna try it on. Just wanna try it on. I know I've got a useful part. Don't wanna waste it on tonight. I know what's in the big black book. Nothing's gonna change my mind. Just wanna try it on. Just wanna try it on. I didn't know there was poison in my satin stain. It's just one night, it's just one kiss, it's just my dress. Maybe someday they will read it in the paper. They won't even have to think. All the words come in real big sizes, over and over in their hands. Just wanna try it on. I just wanna try it on. I just wanna try it on. I got myself a wedding dress. Who's gonna be my date tonight? I only had to take his hand. No one was supposed to touch my skin. Just wanna try it on. I just wanna try it on. I just wanna try it I just wanna try it on. I just wanna try it on. I don't wanna die tonight. Thank you.
Northeast Alternatives is Massachusetts' most awarded medical and adult use dispensary, located in Fall River, Mass. Now serving adults 21 plus from all states with a valid ID. Visit their shop at 999 William S. Canning Boulevard, Fall River, Mass. Or visit their website at anyalternatives.com to see their full menu.
Wonderland Smoke Shop carries all of your e-cig, hookah, and tobacco products, as well as an assortment of imported and fine cigars. There is also a vast selection of rigs, mods, and glass for the connoisseur in you. Wonderland is a great smoke shop for all of your needs. With great prices, great service, and family atmosphere. From special orders to new products, their honest and trustworthy staff will exceed all your expectations. Visit Wonderland Smoke Shop in Warwick, Rhode Island at 666 East Ave. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook and tell them 13 Fold sent you.
Lemonadio.
Did you ever hear of anyone smoking dried mushrooms? What? Oh, nothing. Skip it.
Providing relief from dry mouth since 2020.
Tell me who it is, damn it. You got 5 seconds to tell me who the hell this is.
Lemonadio.
Welcome back.
13 Folds live at the Parlour on Lemonadio.com.
That's right.
So, Vudu Sister, thank you guys for coming and joining us tonight.
Thanks.
There
Thanks,
we go. There we
for
go.
having us here.
There we go. There's the guy. We heard you. I guess he was sick of hearing you.
I'm sick of hearing me too.
I'm not at all.
So why don't you introduce yourselves for those who don't know you and are listening?
Well, my name's Keith McCurdy. This is
My
my
name's
friend.
Angela DeGatis.
And the Vudu Sister thing's been a thing I've been doing for about 10 years now.
And where are you
Oh
from?
no, 11 years, 12. Oh Jesus. Originally, I hate to say it, but I'm originally from North Providence.
I am too. Don't hate to say it. We're both
I
originally
live there.
from North Providence.
I'm from North Providence too. Nothing wrong with
Oh,
that.
heck yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about.
North Providence
The
is the
shame,
bomb, man.
the guilt, the horror.
They got a great economy.
Great economy. That's separate from the rest of Rhode Island.
They have a big river that rivals the Blackstone. It's a lovely place.
Yes.
The
Mineral
Blackstone
Springs.
cannot be rivaled.
Keith and I go back to the CVS pharmacy on Mineral Spring Ave over 15
Yes,
years
true.
ago.
All right.
Yep, I used to work there. Come in.
I worked there too. It was my first job.
Was it really?
Oh yeah, overnight.
So then, so when did you guys start playing together?
Well,
2 years ago?
2 years ago.
All right.
Well, I had been playing with another violin player for a while. With still on and off, but Angela also plays viola.
Oh, okay, awesome.
So
And he's played with like Amato, and he's played with Alex, right? You played with a
Alex
few other
Garzone,
people,
Amato
yeah.
Zeno, yeah.
He's had a good amount of
Yeah.
people
It's
backing him up over the years.
It's been a rotating cast of knaves, rogues, and villains.
Yeah, that's always fun. That's
Yeah.
always fun, man. So has it always been like? Do you have other projects, or is this the
No.
only thing that you've been doing?
This exists so that it allows me to have that vehicle where I don't have to. I know some people want to be in like 6 different bands, and I don't jam. So this is what I do: is I sing, I play guitar, write songs, and I don't want to have several different outfits where I gotta like write different songs for.
Yeah.
No, this is just whatever, you know.
And you just have people rotate in and
This
out.
is convenient.
Different musicians.
Well, not deliberately, but it's more like, well, there's some years where I have to be playing alone to play gigs around, and that. So yeah, it's just been a machine.
So Vudu Sister has been around for
12 years.
12 years. All right.
My first album came out, Bastard Children, a year this May. 10 years this May.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a band camp and stuff like that where people can go get your music?
it's on every format that anybody listens to music. All my
Spotify,
stuff.
all that
It's
stuff?
all there. It's
All right.
Anybody who says they can't find my music is lying. They're
They
just lying.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. No, you didn't look.
Well, and now
It's there.
and
There
now
it
you
is.
can hear it here. You know,
Yeah.
they'll be able to come back and listen and watch us. And so
Hey, sorry.
did you fix it? Did you fix it, Chris?
No, it just there was a little bit of we were just talking about it. That's all.
All right. So let's talk about the writing process with you, because I'm listening to your music and like I really like you're a storyteller, and
Hey, I just want to. Can I jump in?
Yeah,
I
jump
just
in.
want to jump in, dude. That was really dope. What you guys just did.
Oh,
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate that. North Providence. Hey.
Chris, what up?
The second song was like this. No. It was like this. Kind of like Halloween.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
I say it in the song Halloween,
All right.
but it is very It's
There's a lot of imagery. That's the thing. Like,
We're
if you're
gothic, not goth, but gothic.
But if you're
The music's
telling
gothic.
a story, it's more through like this image. It's more like your thing is film,
yeah,
so you can kind of like see it as
Yeah.
he's saying it, you know. And I find that too. It's you have a ton of imagery, The last one, Try It On.
Oh, that's based on an old ghost story. The album it's on, called Mortis Nervosa, is the third album I put out in 2016, and the songs are loosely inspired by old folk, like ghost stories, Victorian ghost stories, and other things like that. And that one's basically about a young girl who is too poor to go to a dance until she finds a thrift store dress, and then she goes to the dance. And it's kind of like a morbid Cinderella where she goes home, falls ill, and dies. And then they find out that the dress was a funeral dress that wasn't clean, so the embalming fluids mixed in while she was sweating and poisons her, and
That is so Rhode Island, man.
That's some classic horror.
Has that happened
That
here?
is classic Rhode Island, man.
No, I don't know if
All
it's classic.
Rhode Island's a spooky fucking place, man.
I will say that a lot of people get thrown off what that song's about because I'm singing as the girl in the song. So they hear me say it, they have ideas, but which I'm always I'm welcome.
It's a beautiful song.
Multiplicity of interpretations, but yeah, thank you.
So do you start off with the story in mind, or do you just have are you jamming and you come up with the music and then fit it to the music?
I don't really consider myself a guitar player. I play it, but it's my main focus is a vocal melody.
All right.
So I come up with a vocal melody first, and I write gibberish or maybe a phrase that sounds poetic, and then I make it work later. But it's melodies. What I'm doing with my voice is the most important thing first.
All right.
So usually, but again, it differs. It's a chaotic process, as we all know.
Yeah.
We all know you can't pin it down, the creative process.
Like any way you can get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're more of a songwriter. You're more of a. You don't consider yourself a guitar player necessarily.
Well, I consider myself a singer.
Okay.
First and foremost. When I started out, Chris, I used to just front bands. Like I did my Eddie Vedder, Jim Morrison thing. Shirtless, long hair. The mic stand
Hell yeah.
was my weapon. I didn't even want to play guitar. I always knew how. I always had guitar, but wasn't until I started doing the sister thing, because it's like, okay, every time a band breaks up, I gotta write new songs, because usually they were collaborative. This is what I was talking about earlier, but this was something where these are gonna be my songs, and that way, if a band breaks up, I can still move forward, and I have to start from scratch. So, it had to be self-reliant.
Were those some of those touch tones, the Vedders? Was that some of your influence early on?
Well, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm a big grunge guy. So
Yeah.
the Riot Grrrl bands, the grunge guys, all those artists, like it's funny, Mark Lanigan passed away recently. And that first album he did, The Winding Sheet, had his solo album, his first solo album, that had a huge impact on my writing style, especially the last 10, 12 years. But yeah, definitely. Growing up in the 90s, I couldn't avoid it.
Yeah.
You hear that. It definitely comes across.
Nirvana was the Beatles for me. So
I really liked that band too. I used to discuss them heavily with your father. And
yeah. Well, he was a huge impact. I would watch him play in bands when I was a little kid, and
does he have a cool ass name he performs under like you?
No, I don't remember some of the names. I just remember the music, and
it was incredible.
I would watch him.
It was like Tool, some of it.
He was an older Gen Xer, and him and his buddies, I just watched them play music, and it was so new, and it was just the sound. I was so small, and but my father was a big fan of a lot of those. I started listening to Nirvana when he was alive, and my dad gave me the tapes, and I had my little Sony Sport. And I had Super Unknown, and it just clearly it put me on a path.
Yeah,
definitely. Those were good melodies. If you're gonna learn from the best, at that time.
I think my first song I learned was About a Girl, off of Bleach. That was the first song I ever learned to play on guitar.
That's cool.
So.
Now, who were some of your influences?
Well, I like a lot of Baroque music. I was classically trained, so I used to play in a lot of different orchestras. So we would, play any like 45-minute symphonies, and one of my favorite ones was a Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. I mean, it's invigorating playing it, and then I started.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, and when I always would say that my mouth would hurt more than my arms because I'd be smiling the whole time. So you're playing for 45 minutes straight with a huge grin on your face just because you're so happy. But I like playing with Keith because I like to take from like the gypsy style a bit of his music, and I like to run with it. So some of the songs we're gonna play next, I actually listened to some like Hungarian folk music before I sat down with what he showed me to write.
That was probably clever, you know, to do that.
Thank you. I mean, it's fun. It's a really good, it's a good time. So
yeah, we did Angela and I actually recorded with Amato Zeno. So I went back to school and I went and studied classical studies, Greece and Rome.
All right.
And I learned Latin and Greek, and I wrote 5 songs in Latin and 1 in Greek. And I used a lot of like Rebetiko and Sicilian music to kind of influence the modality of the music itself. But the songs they're from the perspective of women in classical myth, goddesses and tragic heroines. You won't know that because you won't know what I'm saying, but I'll just tell you what they're about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's definitely it's a new thing to play when it comes to singing in a different language. But I feel like people don't do it enough,
actually.
you know, because there's
saying,
so many other languages out there.
Wherever you find the inspiration, it's like you got to run with it when it hits you.
Yeah.
And it's always good to just explore outside of your comfort zone and go.
Did school bring you to that, like, or did you grow up like reading the myths or?
Well, I always loved myth and fairy tales, folklore, and I loved history and literature, and so studying that stuff was sort of natural for me to get into. I mean, I have an academic side of myself, so So this was a great way to marry some scholastic interests of mine and my creative side. So that was really nice to do.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, you want to play some music for us? And
So this next song is called Credete Mi. Is about, I'm singing as the woman Cassandra from myth, who was cursed with foresight, but with the inability to be believed. But so nobody would believe her if she told her prophecies, if you know the myth. But so Credete Mi, he literally means believe me. So all right,
Vudu Sister.
All right. Manatien sun comparchi mobile stignant Regenere time nu fatto me negari Creditemi oro Si could suplex get a swab Thanks. All right, this next song is called, I'm going to explain a little bit because I need to explain the background, but this next song's called Amor Carmen No Arcaya. It literally means the stepmother's love song. I am singing as Phaedra, who from myth was cursed to fall in love with her stepson Hippolytus, who rejected her. Okay. All right. Dolor furore cor contaminat Anima returticum somnioris Ita virgo mitit filio Salutamationio Tien poi la cretamatua Dessine crudelitate In cuna gremeo con gredo rei Nihil causa celebrandi Nessuna copula amor sicut Di qui besidem permittitur Levada medida Senese latia In tempesta lacrimisque malis et fata Apollo verso savolat Daphne venatura Contra fabula narrata Praedatorem venatura cupor in luxuria Amor cruciatus cavia damnato domo vinculis Ote amor pembeste rota Ote amor pembeste rota Thank you. All right, this next song of these trios, this little trio. Okay. So those were in Latin. Now that we're gonna, the one song I tried to write in ancient Greek. This song's called Clytemnestra. It's a story I'm singing as this queen who murders her husband.
Hold on, let me just do this. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Me tutte tupsi thuris mutte sores Colusi Tanatica Hethea Kalaweton Basilea Eduia Teresti Ethusia Haria Loxas Vagin Timoreso Ebaniste Zeiche Pomenon Heimat Erjetai Heimatis Miteros Baniste Zeit Fanus Fanu Ikale Ginagle Thank you time Nistra
Northeast Alternatives is Massachusetts' most awarded medical and adult use dispensary, located in Fall River, Mass. Now serving adults 21 plus from all states with a valid ID. Visit their shop at 999 William S. Canning Boulevard, Fall River, Mass. Or visit their website at anyalternatives.com to see their full menu.
Wonderland Smoke Shop carries all of your e-cig, hookah, and tobacco products as well as an assortment of imported and fine cigars. There is also a vast selection of rigs, mods, and glass for the connoisseur in you. Wonderland is a great smoke shop for all of your needs. With great prices, great service, and family atmosphere. From special orders to new products, their honest and trustworthy staff will exceed all your expectations. Visit Wonderland Smoke Shop in Warwick, Rhode Island at 666 East Ave. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook and tell them 13 Fold sent you.
Lemonadio.
Did you ever hear of anyone smoking dried mushrooms? What? Oh, nothing. Skip it.
Providing relief from dry mouth since 2020.
Tell me who it is, damn it. You got 5 seconds to tell me who the hell this is.
Lemonadio.
Welcome back to 13 Folds Live on Lemonadio.com at the Parlour. And we're here with Vudu Sister.
Keith,
Hey, what?
that shit is awesome.
That was amazing. You guys are so...
Oh my God.
It's like listening to art instead of looking at art. Like it's.
I'm curious. I'm curious about you, like ambition-wise. So you go and you get this degree and you study these ancient arts,
languages,
philosophy, language, and you turn it into your own art. I mean, you're you're writing incredible songs. Like, what do you want to do with this stuff?
Make money.
Do you? Yeah. All right.
What do you want to do?
You really
with
can.
your
You know. Yeah.
You really can.
I don't want to work 40 hours.
No, that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, working 40 hours sucks. I work like 80, and it's
Yeah,
a horrible,
don't do that.
horrible life.
80 is better than 40. Come on.
But half of it is doing this kind of shit. So it's like that's not. It's hard
Well,
to consider work.
So I'm glad you said that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
'Cause
don't pretend not to want
there's
success.
definitely.
I know there's some people who do that, but no,
there's
I've been doing this too long to
There's definitely.
I suppose I could give up.
No, there's room for that success. Not the other way.
I think this is success
Anyone can
right
quit.
here, so don't count me with
Well,
that.
absolutely.
That's not what I mean.
No.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Well,
no, I know exactly what you mean, bro. We could all give up. It just there doesn't seem to be that sort of John Hammond moment in time right now where artists are discovered like a Dylan or those dudes are gonna die, and it's
that's because it's been highly democratized because of the internet, which has good and bad.
And also because it became a product for when people who got very old and they sold their interests off. It became this. It was bought up by interests, corporations, and they turned it into something it's not.
Yeah,
boy bands are going to be
commodity.
John Lennon someday.
No, don't say that.
I'm just saying it.
Don't say that.
I don't want to say it.
I saw a boy band
We could
cover
change
band
all that shit.
advertisement.
A
There's
boy
co-
band cover
yes,
band?
there's a cover band
It's an
of boy
NSYNC
bands.
tribute band.
Yeah.
There's,
saw an ad
there's
for
a
it.
lot of stuff.
We know
that's
all
pretty
6 of their
crazy.
songs.
But no, there's a lot of integrity in what you do.
Thanks.
And it sounds great.
Yeah. Well,
it sounds great.
I mean,
So is it because you don't practice your guitar that much that you call yourself like not so much more a singer or whatnot? Because I'm hearing great work.
Thank you. Well, no, I don't think. I mean, I'm a little less self-deprecating about my guitar playing now, but I just like, sometimes.
So that okay.
Sometimes
But
you get someone who's like, "Hey, you want
That
to play
sentence
guitar
said a
for our
lot.
band or with us or something?" I'm like, "Why? Like, if you had a piano player, would you ask them to play saxophone?" It's like, well, if someone asks me to play with them, and I'm like, I'm a singer. Why are you asking me to play guitar for you? Like, I play a guitar, but I'm not a guitarist. You know what I mean?
You're like a
I never
rhythm-
look at this as my instrument. I love playing it. I love my, I also if it's a vehicle to write songs, but my voice is my instrument, and I feel like,
It's
avenue.
you're good at it.
yeah, like
It's an avenue. That's a good one. It's an avenue.
And I
for
don't
him.
feel like there's a lot of people. There's
It's
not enough people
accompaniment.
that I know that respect the voice as an instrument. Like, there's people who sing, but they're singers.
I
It's
had
just like
I
on a
had
guitar.
chorus and shit. I know it's an instrument, but the accompaniment is great.
Wow,
You definitely do it justice. Rhythm is a very it's like playing the drums.
Yeah.
It's very important. Absolutely, especially if you're not playing with a bass player, because they could fuck it up way more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I guess because I base my music around what I'm doing here, as opposed to like I said, I don't jam like. The idea of jamming for like 4 hours straight is horrific to me.
And these
Like I would not do that.
these themes in your songs. So the Vudu Sister, and you might have explained this already, and I'm just like totally having a dirt moment. But so the Vudu Sister, I mean, you're singing a lot from the sister
From
perspective,
the woman's perspective, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You're channeling that shit. Is it?
It's Women's Day,
is it
right?
Empathy.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
actually.
Is it empath or just a kind of viewpoint that you like to?
It's a lot of things. I also, I want to write from perspectives I can relate to, but also that are not me.
Yeah.
Because I have songs that are very personal, but it's just like, I can't keep doing that every song, every time I play. That's exhausting.
Well, it also makes
Sure
it
it
hard to
is.
change the voice. You don't want to fall into every song can't be from your perspective.
Well, as a fucking film guy, you can relate. And
I
that's
relate to everything
perspective,
he's
like,
doing, and I love watching.
We
this
can
shit.
say fuck.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, man.
Oh,
You
okay,
fucking-
great.
This is internet radio,
fuck
dude.
yeah.
Let it rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do know that there's some words I can't say. But
I don't know.
Well, reel them off, will
Yeah,
it?
let's hear him.
I might reel them off in the songs, but
Good.
anyways, yeah.
Yeah, you can swear in
I-
Latin.
swear in any other-
I said some pretty gross stuff in Latin. Trust me.
Nice.
Well, that's cool.
So that's why we have a Latin
It
translator in
sounded-
the
it
house at
sounded
all
really pretty.
times.
They've been signing it.
So, but yeah, that's I don't know. I've just depersonalized a lot of music. I have my songs that are like really, I don't know. It's just it gets boring after a while. I gotta
Well,
do something that interests me after.
sure. So you change it up. Do you write songs every day, do you think?
God no.
No. Okay.
I would have bursts of time where I'd do an extensive amount of writing, and then
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And then it goes
I'm a
to a
manic.
lull.
Well, I'm also a manic depressive, so that makes a
Okay.
lot of sense.
Sometimes you're really in the mood, and then other times you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm what they call moody.
Not today.
I'm a moody person.
Right on.
So
See, but when it hits, you just ride it out until it's gone, right?
yeah, and then you want to die for
And then you gotta
couple
wait
months, and then you got
Wait for it
back,
to come back.
back
It's
on
fighting,
top of the mountain.
fighting currents, man.
Yeah. So
Where is the
That's
other
my songwriting
side?
style too. I just never had a name for it. Like I write like 5 songs in 2 days and then not write for a year.
that's pretty common. I mean,
guess-
it's not unheard of that artistic people are often plagued by mental illness. I'm all better
ADD.
now, though. I'm all better now. I got I've got treatment.
So, like, what
That's
are
cool.
what are some of the things that inspire you,
I'm in
like
therapy, for fuck's sake.
that break you in that and get you in that creative, like, is it film or,
Jesus,
what are some
what
of
a
the, what are
question.
some of the things?
How do you
Jesus
yeah,
does
Jesus
it for me too.
inspires me.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, well, I suppose a myriad of things, as anyone would. Yeah, sure, films. Obviously, poetry and literature, the folklore we just discussed, and great music. When I hear or see, like, especially a new artist, I don't like look out for new work, but when I find something that I've never heard before that really like grabs me, I got to listen to that song like 40 times in a row in the dark, and just like,
I'm kind of
this
like
is
that.
incredible.
I have to
And I'm
say.
so happy I found this, but it doesn't happen a lot. That does inspire me. When I hear bad music or see live music that sucks, it makes me want to put my guitar away forever and never want to play again.
It does
It
not
makes me
inspire
feel
you.
embarrassed for being a musician. But then when I hear music that's awesome, and then it's like, oh my God, this makes me want to play.
Yeah.
That's great.
I go down YouTube rabbit holes of good music, and I end up shutting the sound off and just picking out the guitar.
Yeah.
That'll inspire me.
I mean, honestly, sometimes learning covers is a great way to write new songs, because if you're stuck and then you maybe you don't play the cover well, and then you end up writing something of your own, something.
but
That
you're
helps.
learning
That does
theory.
help.
You know what I mean? By learning that song. I learned a lot of Beatles songs growing up, a lot of Creedence, the Pumpkins, Nirvana,
Yeah.
all that stuff, and that was my theory. That was my teacher.
Now, did your father
Floyd.
teach you to play, or did you kind of pick it up on your own?
Well, he got me. Yeah, well, he was a bass player, and he had instruments always. And then I got my first guitar, and yeah, he would show me things. He had a friend of his sort of teach me guitar lessons starting out, and then it devolved into like, teach me how to play this song. Teach me how to play this song. These scales are really important. Well, no. Teach me how to play
Yeah.
this instead. I just want to learn some punk rock songs and whatever.
That's awesome.
But so yeah, I learned a lot from my father.
So did you learn to read music and everything at a young
No,
age? Or?
I wish I did. I think especially
not
as a teenager, I was
hindering you.
I was too focused on that that idiotic, brainless, like punk ethos of like, no man, it's gonna ruin my creativity. Maybe that's true, but now I regret that. I think punk rock is incredibly conformist. But
do you consider yourself a punk musician?
Well, I am, because the most punk rock thing I ever did was stop listening to punk music.
Well,
that's a joke. I mean, that's not true, but it's
that's pretty
but
punk
there's
rock.
a point to that joke.
Yeah, sure there is.
But yeah, no, I think punk's incredibly dead. I mean, it's been dead for 30 years. Probably should stay dead.
Kind of lives somewhere in my
Yeah,
head.
it lives in the underbelly.
Well, of course, I'm a
the
punk
city.
rocker.
Sometimes you have to.
We get some good punk shows come through here every once in a while, but it's
sure.
You got to look for them though. No, it's definitely not as big as it was when we were growing up in the '90s.
Well, I think when they start selling punk rock uniforms at Walmart, it's kind of time. It's time to move on.
Yeah, you've got a point.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So what's the next thing? That's what we
what's
got
the
to
next
find.
thing? Okay. Well, this is a kind of a new. You having trouble sleeping? You okay with that?
Is this going to be our punk rock segment?
Yes, it's very punk rock. Yeah.
All right, we're going to play some more music from Vudu Sister.
So
and you're listening to 13 Folds Live on Lemonadio.com.
It's a real mood setter. So this song's called "Having Trouble Sleeping." I wrote this most recent song I wrote, and
No, I don't think I'm playing on this one.
you're hanging back until the end.
That's Black Flowers.
And I wrote this.
We'll see what I come up with.
I wrote this. I went to Sicily for a month last year, and I wrote this there. There, that's the story. My eyes are closed, and I'm wondering where the spiders go, chasing bite of hunger, sprawling over every pain. Can't avoid their company, and I'm having trouble sleeping. Can't fight back this cabaret, a pantomime I don't display. Orange glow, a little blaze, and I hope I will forget this place. And I'm having trouble sleeping, and when I do, the dreams I have take me back, I'll recognize places of memories and pain. Okay. All right. Under the light of the moon. Okay. This next song is called "Under the Light of the Moon." She belongs in a comfortable gown, with her loveliness filling it out. She's inhaled by the light of the moon. She's gonna make sure they bleed. She's gonna make sure it hurts. With eyesight so blind, she pretends with her lovers now dance in her head. Well, they'll suffer for hours. She's wearing her new favorite coat. As she uses her tongue, she speaks her own language that only she knows. Garment she's wearing, she's slitting out, staring, acquiescingly forfeits her clothes. She's supposed to be covered in brown, with her loveliness deep in the ground. But she's been healed by the light of the moon, and awoken by visions of her enemies. With hate in her heart, she is going to deliver new wounds. All this pain in the world and all the violent abuses give reasons to leave.
Yeah.
All right, this is another one that's fairly recent. I wrote this at the beginning of the plague years. Very cliched. I sat underneath the tree in a graveyard, and I penned this poem that I based this song off of. This is called Black Flowers. Black flowers open wide, velvet petals shape the sky. Come the wicked weather storms, which at first fell apart just in time. You could see only tears in their eyes, in a hurried retreat from their blazing in homes. 'Twas an ugly regret, but I know that you tried. With their chins up and clenched hands, with more important things to plan. But it's not gonna break up the ball or stop the funerals looming at home. All the earth becomes dark in a sad silhouette. I sing earthly laments, 'cause I know you'll be weeping forever. great metal has survived. But I thought I was used to the bottom. Oh, the enemies around are gorging on gloom, but the figure I found looks gorgeous in bloom. But they'll sing this lament, 'cause I know we'll be weeping forever Thank you.
Is that third?
Northeast Alternatives is Massachusetts' most awarded medical and adult use dispensary, located in Fall River, Mass. Now serving adults 21 plus from all states with a valid ID. Visit their shop at 999 William S. Canning Boulevard, Fall River, Mass. Or visit their website at anyalternatives.com to see their full menu.
Wonderland Smoke Shop carries all of your e-cig, hookah, and tobacco products, as well as an assortment of imported and fine cigars. There is also a vast selection of rigs, mods, and glass for the connoisseur. Wonderland is a great smoke shop for all of your needs, with great prices, great service, and family atmosphere. From special orders to new products, their honest and trustworthy staff will exceed all your expectations. Visit Wonderland Smoke Shop in Warwick, Rhode Island at 666 East Ave. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook and tell them 13 Fold sent you.
Lemonadio.
Did you ever hear of anyone smoking dried mushrooms? What? Oh, nothing. Skip it.
Providing relief from dry mouth since 2020.
Tell me who it is, damn it. You got 5 seconds to tell me who the hell this is.
Lemonadio.
Welcome back to 13 Folds Live on Lemonadio.com at the Parlour. And another amazing set. Yeah, I can't be trusted with buttons, man. I just can't.
You did really well.
I did?
I enjoyed the pause.
The pause? You're always yelling at me
There's
about
a little
that
bit of
anyway.
wonderment.
I know. I just
in
wanted
that.
to see what would happen, and it went really well.
Well, I had to look at I had to be cued by our guest even, so it's like, wow, really.
Well, he
I'm
was
dropping
just-
the ball.
He was just wondering if you knew.
I didn't. That's the thing.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't know. Yeah, I was lost here for a minute or two.
So, Keith, you mentioned COVID. You mentioned traveling.
No, I did not.
He
Well,
said
you
the plague.
The plague.
The plague. So we
What
all
are we
know it was
talking
a
about?
plague. We all know.
Well, we'll go.
all
Well,
know.
so what? No, let's go.
We're gonna talk plague, but I'm wondering. And you were traveling. Was that during plague?
Of course. Yeah, no, it was in October. I stayed in Sicily for the whole month.
All
I
right.
lived in Catania at a little flat. Yeah, I went there a year after my father had passed in 2019, before everything, and well, I went all over Italy, but I went in Sicily. I have fans in Italy. I don't know, so like.
Do you speak do you speak
Pochissimo,
Italian?
un pochissimo.
Enough.
Yeah, a little bit. It's enough to get by. I love learning more of it though. But so I have some fans in Italy, and over the years, they're the only people that reach out to me. Like if I have fans in Germany, I probably do, but I don't know, because they don't reach out. But the Italians, they reach out.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
And I've become friends with some people, and most of my fans, or most of the people I know, are in Sicily. So I went there in 2019. I played some shows. I scattered my father's ashes in the Ionian
What the hell was
Sea.
it? What was that like playing the shows?
I mean, it
What-
was incredible. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, incredible. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot to say. And
well, let's say something. Let's do it. Let's
without
talk.
being hyperbolic, I mean, what else can I say? Incredible. That's not enough to say. But well, anyway, I went back. I've been dying to go back, so I finally got to go back before at some low, like it's kind of a calm period during this whole thing. So October, I was there for a month. Didn't get to play any shows because of COVID, but at least I was there.
Did you walk around the countryside like Michael
I was in a
Corleone
few
and
cities.
play your guitar?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I wrote that new song, and so that was a very personal song. Like I was talking about how I've depersonalized a lot of songs. So once in a while, doing that is, it's very cathartic. If you're not doing it all the time.
I imagine
like if you're writing 18 songs about a breakup's really a big deal. That's a great source of inspiration for. There's a lot of pain there, but like, you can't. Every song on your album can't be the same. Well, I don't know.
Alanis Morissette did it.
You can do anything. You can do anything you want.
Yeah,
really.
you can. I guess for me, it's just like I feel like I would if I'm doing the same thing, or I don't know. Whatever.
So when you went back in October, did you see
Definitely
your
variety
fans?
is
Did you
the
get to
spice
see
of life.
anybody?
I saw fans. It was great.
Yeah.
And I wrote that song there, and. Yeah.
So even though you didn't get to do any shows, though, you still were out there playing, though. I'm sorry.
I knew I wasn't
No, you're
gonna be
fine,
able to,
bro.
But I just wanted to be there. So.
Do you feel like they get you there? Do you feel like do you understand them enough to know that they understand you?
Well, I speak enough Italian, a little bit of kitchen Italian to like.
How's their English?
Their English is great. I mean,
you
always
can
get
speak
people
to
who
you.
are like insecure about their English. They're very sweet and accommodating, but they're good.
Are they happy to meet Americans, or are they like, oh shit, an American?
No, there's no problem. It's other Americans that I don't want to see when I'm there.
Nice.
But no, they're not.
You're the one who's
they're
like,
not-
oh shit,
there's
Americans.
I never ran into any problems. Like,
Did you ever run into any Rhode Islanders?
No.
That's
I'm
like a fun
surprised.
travel thing.
I did meet people who knew Providence though.
I was in Germany once riding down a bike path, and I swear the person coming toward me had a Red Sox hat on, and I like didn't quite believe it. And when they went by, they said, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Wait, what?
How'd you know?
Where the hell
Well, it's
am
a
I right
small
now?"
state, he probably knows you.
It was a Paw Sox hat.
It was the weirdest thing. Like
will
I had
say-
nothing on me that indicated that I was American. I was just riding a bike down a bike path
They know.
in Germany. He's
If
like,
you're
"Oh,
American,
hey, how's it
they know.
going?" I was like,
They know you're American. They see you and they can tell.
they could smell it. They just smell the Kraft cheese
I'll
from
say
a mile.
we are so like, well, they're so much better dressed in Italy. I'll just say that there's a culture there that I respond to that I don't have here, and
There's not like
that's-
excess there. There's not a lot of excess.
it's not a culture.
They
of
dress good
convenience
because they
or
don't have like
excess.
Walmart.
Yeah, it's great.
They actually have real
Yeah,
clothes.
and I never had any bowel issues there. I ate whatever I wanted to.
They have good food.
Because people will tell
Yeah,
me,
their
maybe you're lactose
ingredients.
intolerant, Keith. Maybe you need to go gluten free. Well, maybe here.
no, there's just
but over
mad
there, I was like, I ate
chemicals
whatever
in
the fuck I wanted.
Our
and
country,
never had a diarrhea or
It's
constipation or
poison,
anything like that.
you know.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
it is.
can't wait to go back to America and have IBS. Like, can't
They
wait.
ban like 1,500 chemicals in Italy that they don't ban in the United States. So that would probably.
More,
They have
part
some
of
of the
that,
stricter
yeah.
laws.
less
curative
people,
food.
less
I see
people
it as
are
just
having
like
babies.
an older culture. Like
In
the
Italy or here?
The
Here?
U.S.
Ugh.
isn't even
All over.
300
I
years
missed
old.
that
you
fucking
know what I
gravy
mean?
train.
And there's those
And we
older
have
cultures.
300 million
They
people.
don't make as many excuses. Like if you can make it, you make it. If you
Yeah.
can share it, you share
Well,
it.
Yeah.
And it
it's,
just we don't have that.
They're just, what they value there, and especially Sicily, is more in sync with the kind of things I value.
It's slow, right? Slow life.
Slower pace, sure, yeah. But I mean, I stayed in a city. It was still modern. I mean, it's still,
Sure.
but it was just
Sure.
What about
It's a
But there
better
was
I'm talking
appreciation.
about this, and I'm like, I can't wait to go back.
There's
You're, like,
time.
killing me
what
here.
about this city? What's your favorite place to
Sorry.
perform in Providence or Rhode Island even?
Don't ask me that.
Please, I want to know.
Because
Well, I've seen your name on a lot of. I've seen you everywhere from like News Cafe to Columbus
I'll
Theater.
say a place
to-
that I do miss, and it was only in existence for a very brief period. I really miss Aurora.
Oh yeah,
I loved that
I
place.
miss
That was a
Aurora.
great
That
place.
was a cool
great
place.
room.
great
See,
green room too. Like all around friendly venue.
Yeah. I judged my favorite venues based on how I feel on stage and the sound, like how I, if I can hear myself, I'm happy. That's all.
They had a good sound system. They had
But,
a good board. It was digital. I I was really, really
cool
lit
room,
once in that place.
I was gonna say they had good
And
drinks. I used to get real drunk.
Dude, I lost a guitar player in that building, and I don't know why I thought I could, but I went into every nook and cranny of that place, like just opening doors, looking around
for a
my
guitarist.
boy. Looking for my boy.
Is there a guitarist in here?
I will say I heard you guys talking about the living room. I do miss that place. I don't know like
I met
what
you-
it would be like if it were still around, because it was such a different. I feel like it was such a different time.
You know what? It would be.
Did you meet me there?
It was.
I did meet you there. I met you in the parking lot there. You and your brother, probably.
2004.
No,
2003?
no, dude. Like 98, 90.
The bubble living room.
No. This is the third.
I remember that one when I was a kid.
This is the third living room. You were maybe 12, 14.
Okay, because I'd been taken to the second one when I was very young, and I played my first show at the third one.
Yeah, I
where
might
the
have done your
Coca-Cola
sound.
factory is.
Yeah.
Now we're talking like Rhode Islanders.
That was
Where
my
the
living room
where the East Side
experience.
Marios used to be.
Oh, East Side Marios! I love their coloring pages.
It's
now.
IHOP now.
Yeah, I got my family kicked out of East Side Marios.
Well, you got to do what you
Great
can do,
work.
man.
Proud
So
of
with all that classic music,
You got to do what you
like,
can do.
No, I was just raising hell. I mean, I don't.
I used to do. I worked at the
possessed me?
living room, and I've gotten myself kicked out of the living room. There's those nights, man.
talent.
Randy would be like, "Chris, you just got to go home.
Go home.
You just got to go home. You're a little too much.
Randy
Gotta leave."
used to let my father, when he was a teenager, do the lights at the living room, the old living room. And yeah, I don't. It's such wow. What a weird.
Dude, I played shows with your dad's
historical-
band, and they were instrumental. And he used to invite me to go to his practice space, which was kind of near where I live now. He said, "There's a garage. We play inside."
Wow,
You know,
that's so cool.
and yeah, it would have been awesome because I really loved their music. It was incredible.
That's incredible. That's great, man.
So speaking
it
of
blew.
speaking of
It
venues,
blew,
though, what
it
do
blew
you
a lot of fucking shit away.
what do you guys have coming up? You know, next. Like, do you have any shows coming up that you want to?
I have
Talk
shows.
about-
Well, I'm trying to book shows because I'm trying to make money. So I got a lot of bar gigs.
No shame in the game.
No shame at all, man.
No. There's no shame. I just there's nothing. Well, okay. There's a lot of things. Why am I blanking?
You know,
The next one is
What's today?
I'm playing a 3-hour gig in Putnam, Connecticut. No one's coming to that.
Oh, people will be there already. Is that going to be?
Well,
Are you
no, I
playing
mean,
at what is
that-
it called? The
sorry, Terry.
stomping
I don't mean
stomping
to-
ground?
Yeah. But I'm just no.
Dude,
It's just like I
can I tell you
don't
if-
know anybody in Putnam, but
Can I? There'll be
there'll
people
be
there.
people there. When's that?
I wanna
When's that show coming up?
the
Dude, I can't play there. I'm
March
like
16th.
banned. I'm banned
Alright.
from that place.
Are you
Why?
really?
I'll tell you why.
Another one. Another
I'll
place
tell you
on
why.
us?
Because it's too much.
This is really no, not
but
no.
well,
So I
sorry shows but I'm trying to work on new songs to record and put out. That's kind of been my focus, is trying to get recordings done.
So now, do you
Well,
record
do
at
it.
your house? Do you have your own
I
studio, or
have
where do
a
you
good
record?
friend, our friend Alexander Garzon, who is an astounding engineer and creative mind collaborator, and we recorded at his place.
He's also from North Providence.
He's also from North
Fucking
Providence.
North
Down the
Providence
street,
kids.
down the
North
street.
Providence.
But yeah, we have some new songs we're working on to put out. We did a song for. We got hired to do some music for a video game, but then they sent us a contract that sucked, and I told them I wanted to negotiate, and they refused. So we're just gonna
What-
release the songs now. But
What sucked about it? What were they trying to
it
get
was
over your
It was
head?
insulting. I mean, I'm not a business savvy person, but I even knew it was insulting. It was a lot of it was some rights ownership issues, and the compensation.
wanted
was,
to buy
the
it
compensation
from
was
you?
inadequate for the work that we had done. So
Boom.
but we're gonna release the songs. There's an instrumental.
Well, that's better.
So yeah, we'll just put them out.
Do you put your shit out like Macklemore? Do you just like?
Who was that?
Chris loves Macklemore.
What's
I do
Macklemore?
because the guy's like a.
Sounds almost like a fish.
That's a person.
It's a person. It's a rapper. I love it. This dude, like, no label, no nothing, just put his shit out, and he's
That's not a shoe brand or something.
world famous. It should be.
Like
I bet
wearing my Mac.
I bet he got
right now,
shoes.
actually.
Is that like
I
a
bet he
line
got
of
shoes.
snowboarding equipment?
Who isn't?
He pulled a Tupac.
I bet he
He
got
got a girlfriend
snowboards.
whose dad was rich in the record industry.
Oh,
no, I'm
see,
just kidding.
that's
I don't
it.
know.
That's it. He knows someone who's
He
rich.
made that up. He
There it
don't
is.
know it.
I don't know.
No,
That
dude,
is
he
what
just-
Tupac did,
The
but I
guy
don't know.
just
One
fucking.
time, let
he
me
hit
tell
a
you a
spark.
funny story about rich people. One time, I was making an album with somebody, as a musician in town, who was from a rich, very, very, very rich family, a little older than me. And I had kind of just met him, and I was very naive. I kind of opened up about some things and frustrations about coming from not a lot of money, and you know, that's you need money to do things. And he never had a job. This guy's never worked, and rich parents. And then he's like, "There's a lot you can do without money, though." Fuck you. Fuck you. You know what? He's right. That's true to an extent.
It's true.
There is some truth there, but I don't want to hear it from you.
Kicked out of your apartment.
Jeremiah
Get the fuck outta here.
Johnson.
Go for a walk.
A bunch of shit
That's
you
Can
can
you
do
go for a
without
walk
money.
without
You've
money?
never paid your bills.
Rained on.
What do you
Some
know?
people
So,
have
that
it
comment-
hard. You know, some people
He can do a lot without money.
have it easy.
Yeah, he can, because he doesn't need
It's
it.
not his money.
could-
That's why.
You could live as a bum on the beach.
Dude, when it
That
comes
doesn't
to
cost
love, it don't
anything.
matter.
Dude, you can
know?
do a lot without money. You just need a trust fund.
Yeah. Right?
Or a blank checkbook.
But that's not. It's just a check.
I'd rather be rich and loved, dude. You know?
I'm
But-
with you.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got to pay your bills.
Yeah,
but
that's, whatever. I didn't know that dubstep was a musical genre for a long time. I thought it was a person. I'm thinking about this because of that Macklemore thing you said.
yeah, right?
But I thought dubstep was a person.
It is.
And for a long
Macklemore
time.
is a genre.
Exactly.
I don't
And
mind
I-
what you're
I'm playing
saying
that
at all.
Macklemore vibe.
And I used to say, who the fuck is dubstep? I still
It's
say it
this
sometimes.
dude,
great
man.
name.
I like that.
He
it-
hangs
it's
in the
supposed to-
garage.
It's supposed to
Down at
demonstrate
Steppies.
a certain level of me being out of touch.
I think you could be dubstep if you wanted. I don't think anyone's
I think
taken
I
that
I
should
think
name.
you should reclaim
Yeah.
Voodoo Sister for dubstep. Or just
No,
Then I
Voodoo,
discovered-
Voodoo
then I
Sister's
found out-
dope as
When I
fuck.
found out what it is, though, I didn't like it.
Remember those? Oh, when they were
Was-
popular, those
Do you-
dance parties downtown, dubstep.
Right.
Oh, those still are. We're having
They're
one
so
after the
popular.
show
Oh,
tonight.
tonight here?
Well,
What do you
somewhere.
What do you think of like?
I have no money, so we'll probably be
Would
on
you
the
have
beach.
like a kick and snare drum,
Oakland
like
Beach.
brushes or something? Would you ever play with a drummer? Would you?
The only
I don't think
Sure.
I've
I
seen.
mean,
I don't
here-
think I've
well,
seen you with a
Didn't
drummer.
Alex used to play drums?
yeah, he did. Alex
I don't know
is a
why
great
he
drummer.
doesn't anymore. He should play with us.
Because
They're-
yeah, he still does percussion. He's just, but he's been practicing a lot of different instruments and
I'm just gonna start.
yeah. Well, so there's a reason for that, and it's because okay, we have jobs, we work, blah blah blah.
Oh,
we're
sure.
adults,
Life
and then
is
it's
a
like, oh, if we
motherfucker.
have to play with a kit, someone with a kit, we have to rehearse somewhere, and someone has to have a space, and then we gotta have amplifiers to hear ourselves, and it's just a pain in the ass. And
How many
it's like,
people do you
know,
have? Like, you know,
What?
you could practice in my basement.
Oh,
That's
Chris.
not. All right.
Thank
He
you.
But
could. I have a drum set.
I just
a piano,
got used to like
PA. You could do it.
constructing the work around
Bar.
not having a drum.
bar-
But
well,
I'm not
yeah.
opposed to it. I just never say never. I mean,
Yeah.
I just like I don't have any anticipation of playing with a loud electric rock band anytime soon.
Doesn't
either.
have to be loud.
But again, I won't say
Quiet's
never.
good.
But like, I know I have friends who
Brushes.
they're always trying to say, why don't you play rock
I can
music
hear.
again?
Well, I can hear brushes, dude. I can
Yeah.
hear like really.
Again, I mean,
I know.
it's
I was
always-
over here. I was making my own little percussion.
always
over here.
possible.
I can hear
Even like more percussion-y.
While
That's
you
what
guys were
know,
playing,
yeah.
I was actually
Less drum
considering
kit.
how I would ask a group
But-
like this if, like, hey, if what kind of percussion would be allowed?
So-
like some.
Yeah.
Whatever. This
Just
isn't
foot
homework.
stomping.
This is whatever.
Tap.
We're just dreaming. Do you have any like if you could play a show if there was like you know, a lineup that you could be part of.
Oh, we did.
Alive or dead.
Any venue,
Just
any
choose,
city,
like,
any openers or
Yeah, 3 bands that you're gonna
lineup.
play with on some night. 3 bands
Is
that
this
you're
like
gonna.
this is like a magical question?
Yeah,
This is
Dead
like
or
yeah.
Alive.
This is
Pure
kind of like
magic.
yeah.
any
yeah, it's
any
magical.
era of history?
Oh, I mean that's like.
Like Mozart and Jimi Hendrix.
Let me try to think of living artists.
I think fucking like
Because
Bill and
it's-
Ted's kind of did something like this
did
with
this,
their
yes.
third movie.
I don't
but,
know. Polly
you know.
Jean Harvey. That would be the number one.
Who?
PJ Harvey.
All right.
I worship her.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost have a shrine dedicated
think
to her
she's-
goddessness.
She's
Well, we
fucking
opened for
talented as hell.
Rasputina. That was pretty cool. I love Rasputina.
Yeah.
So that actually happened.
Funny show.
It was actually a really bad show. We were great. We rehearsed we rehearsed strictly, and we have to be good.
I know
This
the
has to be
Then
feeling,
the
good.
bro.
dubstep
And
happened
then
below
the
us.
dubstep downstairs. He was there, and Rasputina went out. Well, first of all, we were booked with them, and they didn't know we were playing with them because they brought their own opener. And I think a friend of mine booked it, and he's a nice guy, and I think he knew I wanted to play with Rasputina, and he knew that he could get
You gotta
them,
make things happen.
and he wanted to make it happen. But he knew. I think it's like if he had said we got a local opener, they would have said no. So he didn't tell them. But so I was wondering why are we being promoted on these flyers? So we get there and they had no idea we were playing. So we felt like kind of like unwelcome guests.
Yeah,
we
I've
played
seen
really
this
well.
shit happen before. Yeah, man.
And it's a weird room where that is, and like they
What
have
room
the-
was
the-
this
Was
at?
that
where
Old
Alchemy used
Alchemy.
to be,
Yeah, yeah.
where Jerky's was.
Yeah.
And underneath they had this dance music going on. We not for our set though.
No, we missed the
our
dance
set
music.
occurred.
It was
We had our set and they weren't on yet. So we played. It was magnificent. We get off. Rasputina goes on, and it's also like she had a weird lineup that I'd never seen her with before. And
goat.
yeah,
A lady had a pet
I
goat.
don't know. It's a weird shit
Dead
going on.
pet goat.
And it wasn't good. Like I've seen her several times.
Oh,
where
the
she was
pet goat
phenomenal.
wasn't good? Come on.
I
The
don't-
pet goat, she tried to
like a-
feed it, and I didn't see it drinking anything, so I was confused. But
And wait, are you talking about the dog?
no, she like got water for the goat.
Was it a fake?
It was a
animal?
fake goat
Oh,
back
okay.
then.
Oh, it was a fake
So
goat? Oh.
she,
A dead goat on her
anyways,
back.
it was kind of a disastrous night. It was very muggy that day, and the air conditioning wasn't working, and I hate that, and that was miserable. And
Anyways, Rasputina goes on, and the dubstep happens, and then they're upset.
Oh,
Rasputina's
naturally.
pissed off. She's yelling. She's telling everybody
Yeah.
to be quiet. She was,
Yeah.
and so we were just kind of giggling in the back because we were already done.
it's we played very well, and like one of the best sets we've ever played, and but the show was not very good.
Because
So-
of the,
But, like-
because of the
but I'm
you were
like-
there. You were there.
But your
And-
guys' part of the show was
But I'm like-
awesome.
to that, you
I-
guys are fantastic.
I-
Rasputina was pissed.
And I love them. She's awesome. I mean, she's a hero. But to me, I'm like this is like bittersweet. This
Yeah.
sucks. Like I finally got to open for Rasputina. I've been
She doesn't
wanting
want to talk
and
to us. Just kidding.
yeah. It's like, yeah.
Some
Do you remember her kicking the floor?
yeah. She was
some venues don't understand live music, man. You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know what the fuck's going on in that building.
well, at least
Dude,
it's not going on
I'm
anymore.
gonna tell you what.
So you should have her open up for you in this dream show, Rasputina.
Yes.
Then you guys
Dude,
give
this-
her
And then
a
the goat
chance.
lady when the music is going on downstairs.
And then BJ Harvey.
This dude redid the floor there, and he was like, I redid the floor, and I go, did you put like some rubber soundproofing or something down before you laid the floor? He goes, oh no, I just did it. It's just redone, we just did the floor.
buffed it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I said, I just shook my head. I didn't play there, because of that shit.
It's a show killer.
Total, but you lucked out.
That's it. Early show.
You
That's all
played
need.
for a lot of people too, I bet. And then
I don't
everybody
think the
kind of
turnout was
fished
very
out
good
after
either.
that.
No, I don't think the turnout was
No,
very
the
good.
turnout was like
It was
maybe
for a
like
local
half
show.
of
Wasn't
a full
sold out.
room. You know what
Well,
I mean?
because
this is-
everybody went to
this
go
is
see
Rasputina.
dubstep that
They all
night.
went
And it's
downstairs
like,
to dance.
Oh,
They were like,
cool. I think maybe-
dubstep's playing
I mean,
tonight?
it was I don't know. Like that should have been a Columbus show. That
Yes.
should have been at the Columbus.
Oh yeah.
It would have been more appropriate given the aesthetic of both our ensembles, provided they even were okay with us playing at all. But generally, I mean, I'd actually reached out to her in the past, and I actually got in touch with her. I was trying to get her to come to Columbus. Almost happened, but
How's your relationship with the Columbus? Do you find that you can get shows there
you're
easily?
asking some really difficult questions here.
I don't know. I'm wondering.
Yeah, I mean, I've known those guys for a long time.
Are they doing
There's
shows?
some switching over of management or something, and I don't know. I haven't played there since before. Last time I played there, I opened for Marissa Nadler with her metal project, Drone Flower, which is pretty cool. In 2019.
I could see that.
That was
I
2019.
could see you opening up for that.
She was playing with this guy, Steven Brodsky, who's a metal guitar player, and they did this record called Drone Flower. It was up my alley. I liked it a lot. I just played alone, and that was a cool show. I was asked last minute though. Like, it was just, but that was the last time I played the Columbus. This 2019, and I haven't been there. I mean, they're still doing shows.
Are they doing shows now? I know
Yeah.
they were
They're starting to. Everyone's starting to. I
Yeah.
mean,
Good.
everything's
And,
kind of. Everyone's just kind of saying "fuck it."
Hey,
You
We just
know,
got to get back to
That's
normal.
refreshing.
2 years.
Eventually.
2 years is bullshit, but let's forget about that and just kind of throw shit in the wind and, you know,
Yeah. I mean,
yay!
so
it's over.
Woo!
So why don't we do this?
How do
We
you
got-
feel about that, man? How do you feel like going back out and playing? And
okay, so I used to work. I work.
are you anxious when you
hold
come
on.
out and play?
Let me just give you some point of reference. I've been working in a group home for a long time now, and when at the start of it, it's a group home, so I still have
Kids or
No.
adults and
adults. I don't
Okay.
want to go into that.
No, I get you.
I'll go into that with you afterwards.
No,
I don't want to be caught saying.
I have
anything I'll regret.
I have friends that have
Yeah.
probably done the
Anyways,
same work. Yeah.
But you know, it's a type of job where like I couldn't stay home. I wasn't one of these people that like I've never been quarantined. Like it not out of choice or anything. It's just like I wish I could have been like, oh great, I can stop working this place.
You
no,
were
I
in a
had
position
I had to
yeah.
keep going to work. So every day, and the first couple of months were a little weird because no one knew anything, and I'm like, wow, I gotta die for this job?
Right.
Am I risking my life for this fucking job? But you know, so I was kind of desensitized to the notion of like going out, going grocery shopping. I've never been like, you know, I was like, oh, I've been having to go out in this since day one. And I didn't have a choice. Wish I did. I know
No, I
people
feel
who
you,
hadn't
dude.
left the house for a year.
Oh
a
my
year.
God.
I'm like,
Feel
I
me
wish
now.
I could just stay in my house for a year.
I
Not
have-
even because there's a plague, just because I don't want to go anywhere or see anybody. You know, but
I put on gloves to go to the market in the beginning.
I never did that.
Isn't it kind of crazy though? Like people were spraying their stuff down. Like we were like kind of, you know, it stayed on surfaces.
I mean,
It didn't-
If you know
yeah.
people,
Just
if you know
mess.
people
Because nobody
immune
knew anything. It was
compromised,
chaos.
A
I don't
lady
wanna,
in a
uh,
beekeeper outfit going to get her mail on the east side.
I don't
mean,
really
like-
want to. I
you
don't want to
wanna
really
go
say
too
much.
far down this rabbit hole.
Well, I have some thoughts and feelings. The only thing I'll say is I think there's, you know, there was some.
Let's agree it was
I've noticed
wicked
some.
unfortunate, right?
I noticed some inconsistencies here and there with some
Oh,
things.
sure.
That's all. But
Unfortunate.
sure
though.
glad that's over, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All of a
Sure
sudden,
glad it's over.
all of a sudden, we're just, cool.
Okay. Well,
You
so.
know, take it off.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to be.
Take it off.
Cancel
I'm
COVID.
excited to play some paid gigs again. It's been a while. It's
Yeah.
funny because before the plague started, I was actually kind of really fucking sick of playing shows.
How do you feel
So it
now?
was like a
can
vacay
could
for
you
you,
do
basically.
Could you do like the restaurant gig? You know,
Well,
like
my feelings
USB,
about it.
Union Station Brewery. What would
I did play Union Station.
All right, what do you think of it?
They paid me a lot of money. That was
That's what
great.
I'm saying, dude.
So
That's
that's
okay.
all that matters.
I don't
That's
give a
okay,
shit.
right?
Anything else is no, it's great. I love
Did
Aaron.
you bring
so,
your
like,
PA? Aaron's awesome.
Yeah, I brought my. Okay, so I got a little Fishman amp.
All right.
Got a mic. I got my whole little setup. I'm good to go. Hire me, you know. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, I mean the reasons I was getting depressed about live music before they still remain.
Sure.
But I was also working full time, going to school full time. So anytime, but I've been booking shows and playing shows for 20 years, and it's like,
Yeah,
I
man.
still have to do this. But then I was like, I can't stand this. This is making me miserable.
It fucking
So
sucks.
it's like a Friday night rolls around. I
on
was
a
like, I
certain level.
don't want to play. I don't want to go. I just want to go home.
Dude,
and sleep.
imagine if you were a fucking Elvis impersonator, and that was what you did every night. You know, I mean, I'm
I
just
don't know,
saying.
it might be kind of cool.
You can be yourself. You can play your songs, and you can do that for 3 hours and make.
Yeah. I don't like to play for 3 hours, but
I'm
if that's the gig that's gonna pay, then
I've been doing my
This
gigs
is a 3-hour show.
straight.
They didn't tell you that?
I've been doing them straight through, dude. Just playing
That's
the
the first
actual
time you
3
stopped
we're gonna hear some reruns.
Dude, play the same
crying.
song. Who
I'm gonna fall
fucking
asleep.
remember? Who knows?
I usually do. A lot of times I'll play a restaurant gig, and nobody's listening at those kind of things.
Dude, you could
and I'll
play-
play some. Sometimes I'll just
You
play
can
the
play
same
your
5
foreign
songs
language.
over and over
You
again.
can play your foreign language
Or you know what I'll
songs
do? I'll
over and
tune.
over again.
I'll take a long time tuning.
The
It's like
average,
playing for a
the
cocktail
average
hour.
fucking
Strum a chord and look
goer
around.
wouldn't know.
Well,
Wouldn't know.
let's do one more set, and then
I've got a couple more left.
all right, and then
can do
we'll
it.
come back and close this shitstorm up, brother.
What shit story?
Me and you.
All right.
We're gonna change up the lights while you're
I'm
playing too.
willing
Don't be
to
alarmed.
admit- I'm
I'm just
willing
gonna
to
dim
admit
things
I'm
a little
having
bit.
a
It doesn't mean stop.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
this song's called "Cold as Clay." It's not really about anything, but it's probably my most it's one of my more offensive songs. All right, ready?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go. She's at the door in the dead of night, ringing the bell. She's a stranger to love to ignore. She's just a whore without a price. Another whore with nothing to give but a short lie and a shot of wisdom. Sometimes she's my enemy. She covers me with a leather blanket and she smiles at me. Smiles at me. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Back at the barn lives an imbecile, collecting quarters and saving the heads of dead birds he used to steal. But now he lies. Now he's laying on the ground in a puddle of blood. He got eyes so they couldn't catch him. Now his skin is as cold as clay, and the myth of his temper tantrums are miles and miles away. Miles and miles away. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We'll tie it to her own breaking wheel. We'll crush the bones they never can break on their own. Don't think this time we'll let her down. Don't want the pressure of giving the children a short mile to a disappointment. So Saturday night on a Saturday, a woodman and the joy of cooking. It's all I need at the end of the day. It's like riding a merry-go-round for days. Days. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, this next song's called "The Quiet Man." So be quiet. Shh, 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 shh. Gotta be real quiet for this one. This is a funny song. It's a lonely place when nobody's home. There's a rickety chair in a good strong rope. She heard the clamor of the wood to the floor. He left nothing to mop, now her back's so sore from carrying that body to the bottom floor. No, she never should have left him all alone. No, she never should have left him all alone. Well, at least he can't try it again. The jingle and the jangle from the chains that fit to her harness, she's now got a bear within. She's all locked up in a tower she'll face. She's an old lame mare still trying to race. She's taking a toll that she can never face. Well, she should have just left well enough alone. Oh, somebody ought to leave her all alone. You know she'd just do it again and again and again and again and again. You know she will. Trying to get out of the state I'm in. I want to go to land where the weather is good. I can't afford a train or a Greyhound fare. I thought of hitchhiking, but I hate the rain. I guess I've got no right to complain. Just don't leave me here, standing all alone. You should never leave a quiet man 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 alone.
Northeast Alternatives is Massachusetts' most awarded medical and adult use dispensary, located in Fall River, Mass. Now serving adults 21 plus from all states with a valid ID. Visit their shop at 999 William S. Canning Boulevard, Fall River, Mass. Or visit their website at anyalternatives.com to see their full menu.
Wonderland Smoke Shop carries all of your e-cig, hookah, and tobacco products as well as an assortment of imported and fine cigars. There is also a vast selection of rigs, mods, and glass for the connoisseur in you. Wonderland is a great smoke shop for all of your needs. With great prices, great service, and family atmosphere. From special orders to new products, their honest and trustworthy staff will exceed all your expectations. Visit Wonderland Smoke Shop in Warwick, Rhode Island at 666 East Ave. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook and tell them 13 Fold sent you.
Lemonadio.
Did you ever hear of anyone smoking dried mushrooms? What? Oh, nothing. Skip it.
Providing relief from dry mouth since 2020.
Tell me who it is, damn it. You got 5 seconds to tell me who the hell this is.
Lemonadio.
So welcome back to 13 Folds Live on Lemonadio.com at the Parlour. Thank you, Vudu Sister. You guys were amazing tonight. It's like I said, it's very... you're a storyteller, and it's art listening to, like, I see the visuals when you're telling your story, even though it's all, it's all through your music. And, like, that's what I found amazing about watching you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, and thank you everybody for watching and tuning in tonight or listening on the radio. We appreciate all the support. Before we go, just one last thing for you. You said you're working on some new material, right?
Yes.
Got any expectation? What are we looking for a date?
I'm hopefully before the spring's over.
All right.
I don't have any dates yet.
So we're talking soon, though, this year. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Definitely.
I look forward to hearing that. And Jackie. Yeah. I have Miss Jackie here with me tonight, and you have something going on next Tuesday, right?
Yeah, thanks for having me since the Rivals your show.
I don't care, man. You are part of your show is my show by
so
extension.
the third Tuesday of the month. Well, every Monday we do the Artist Jackie show on the Artist Jackie page. So you two should definitely play the Artist Jackie show. It's a really cool time. With the Wizard does all the Eric stuff. And I don't do anything. I just put my name on it, but and talk to you guys. But so every third Tuesday of the month we have Artist Jackie Presents at dusk, which. So if I have like a solo artist at the Artist Jackie show, I try to have their band on a Tuesday at dusk. So this Tuesday we have Sleep Mode. My friend Kyle's punk band with some old friends from Brockton I know called Head Wreckers, which I love because I used to drink those private stock bottles with the Heffenreffer. My friends and I back in the 90s called them like, you want to get a 6-pack of Head Wreckers? And that's what we called them. So
I miss private stock so much.
Yeah, those are the Head Wreckers, man. You drink a 6-pack of those.
I was way too young to even be drinking them.
You can't figure out the cap on the first one. Never mind after the 6th one.
So see, punk show right there.
Yeah, and Becca, who I got
to
jam with Shavoni on the Nirvana show, is Becca on bass.
Oh, nice.
Shavoni on drums and Eric on keys, and I got to do vocals, and that was a pretty awesome experience to share with Shavoni. So rest in peace, Mike. Emo Dave. A lot of you know Dave Began. Emo Dave. His first gig at a venue in years is going to be on Tuesday. And I just fucking love that he calls himself Emo Dave.
So anyway,
Jackie and the Wizard will be there. And the Wizard will be performing solo too. And everyone knows the band The Smoke Breaks. You guys have the Smoke Breaks.
Smoke Breaks been on there.
Caleb and Chris have a side project called Alligator Jones and the Flying Sex Snakes. And they will be at dusk on Tuesday too.
Nice. Dave, don't
Alligator
laugh.
Jones and the Flying Sex Snakes.
That's a real last
Just
name.
say that. You feel sexy saying it for sure.
So anyway, once again, thank you, Vudu Sister Keith, and thank you to everybody who's came out tonight. And who do we got coming on next week?
Go get pizza and Warwick.
Lee Ross. Is Lee Ross next week? Eddie.
What?
Is Lee Ross coming on our show next week? Is that who we got coming on?
I thought it was Mecca next week.
I think it's Lee Ross next week. I don't know.
Let's check.
Somebody's going to be here next week.
Let me check right now.
And
I
we're going to
know
rock.
who's on next week either. I was like, shit.
That's always the best, though. I like coming in and like being excited. It's like how you said. You get excited when you hear a new band or new music that you haven't heard before.
I have Natalie Blue on and Sean Tuttle on Monday on the Artist Jackie show.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure it's Mecca next week.
Mecca next week? All right. Nice.
Lee Ross the week after.
Oh, okay. So it is Mecca next week.
If my name is Mecca, I name my album
It's a
Hi,
it's a
Honey,
plague
Ho.
makeup.
Oh, it is a plague makeup. You're right.
Yep.
We had the plague really hurt our show a couple times. We had to do a lot of juggling with acts throughout this whole crazy shit 2 years. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Anyway.
That's over. We're on to Ukraine.
Yeah, so
On to the next.
Yeah.
on to the next.
Pfizer released some documents and they're like, fuck that, let's do a war instead. Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for our show tonight. Tune in next week, and yeah, same place, same bat time, same bat channel, same bat food will be here. I hope.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Taino Treats.
Killing it in the kitchen as always.
Yes.
We love you, Star. All right,
The
that's
bartender's
it.
amazing.
That's it. You give him too much credit.
Person.
Oh yeah, he is an amazing person.
Fucking
sucks at his job though.
He's all right.
Anyway,
If you tip him well, he's a lot better.
we love you, Joel. Is Joel even back
you tip
there?
him really
That's
well,
how bad it. I don't
he's
even know if he's back
attentive.
there. Anyway, guys,
He's not attentive to bad
Hit
tippers.
the
We're
theme
done.
song. Hit the theme song this time. Give him something to dance to.
we're done. So yeah, we'll see you guys next
Ours Jackie on
Tuesday.
Tuesday at dusk.
Bye.